Houston. Welcome to Viva Magazine Live out on the town. Here we are at the Houston Latino Film Festival at Midtown Arts Center. We have with us one of the artists, Jesse Rodriguez, with us, and he is also known as Magnolia Grown, and we just want to welcome Jesse.
Oh, thank you, Blanca, and thank you, Houston, and thank you, my gente.
Jesse, I want to speak to you about the art pieces that you are showcasing here today. Can you tell me a little bit about the one at the top up there? I know that you've got some of your mentors on there, and you've explained a little bit to me, but I want you to tell the audience and the viewers of Viva Magazine Live exactly what inspired you about creating this particular piece.
Sure. Well, you know, I come from Houston's oldest Hispanic neighborhood, Magnolia Park, East End, 125 years old. And as a kid, there was never art on the walls, and there was no, you went everywhere else and there was colorful brightness everywhere else, but in my neighborhood there was no color. So just being inspired, I express my passion of my community through art. Not just art, embedded in these pieces are artifacts that 120 years, the wood frames around these are 125 years old from the bungalows that were built in Magnolia Park in 1912, 13, 14, 15. The inspiration comes actually from Mr. Ligo Tanguma, the famous Chicano muralist who painted the rebirth of our nationality on Canal Street. I actually saw the development of that. My dad was a bus driver. My dad was the second Mexican bus driver for Houston.
For Houston Metro?
For Houston, it was called Houston Transit back in the day.
That's right.
So the reason they hired him because the other people couldn't talk the language for the people going to work. So they figured, hey, we'll just hire a Mexican, Latino to talk to the people, you know. So my dad...
And it was needed.
My dad drove the 20 Canal for almost 40 years, retired.
Wow.
And, so that's the story. So the story is we're driving down Canal Street. I'm 6, 7 years old. And I actually seen we drive the canal, and right when we got in front of that building, I saw a man on a big old wooden ladder making lines. And so we go across town, come back on the route again, and I saw the lines get bigger. And so I never knew what it was till like the second, third day. And then all of a sudden I started seeing put color into it and more color. And by the time the summer was done, I wrote it this summer with my dad. The boys would go with my dad, and the girls would stay home with my mom. The bus had air conditioning, so we were good. We didn't have air conditioning at home.
Buses were air conditioning.
So my mom will pack our lunch and our coloring books and our Hot Wheels, and I saw him painting. And then at the very end, I want to be an artist, Dad, and I'm here because of him today. And there's two other artists.
That's right. You tell me about those two other artists. You mentioned Mario Gonzalez and Mr. Lechon.
Mr. Lechon. Yes, those are some other artists that never got recognized for what they've done. I mean, years and years of advocating for their people and their culture. Real quick, Mario Gonzalez came out of the Vietnam War. As soon as he came out, he enlisted back into college. He actually painted a mural at the U of H. And people don't even know it's there. It's been there since 1972.
Yeah, that's surprising, and nobody ever talks about it.
Right. So
we need to get out there.
We do. We need to help Mr. Mario Gonzalez and help him keep the mural alive and everything.
Yeah. So tell me about this mural. You got Diego Rivera up there, and you got another gentleman.
Saqueros, Alfaro Saqueros. They're famous muralists from Mexico. They have paintings from the 20s and 30s and 40s.
So does that designate the past for you in that mural?
It does, because all the art DNA is tied into this, because they studied, Daniel Lechon studied from Diego Rivera and Frida Kahlo. He actually lived with them and cleaned their brushes and all the stories that he's told me. Mario Gonzalez studied from Saqueros. Mr. Tanguma studied under John Biggers. John Biggers is another big artist out of college over here off of Cullen. So it's a lot of history. It's a lot of history. So there's the past, the present, and the top part, actually, the eyes and the nose and the mouth, that's me. And then the middle part is a mask, is a gold mask of the old ancient Mayan Aztec god Xochipilli.
Beautiful piece, and it tells a lot of history, and it tells about our past, the present, and our future. You have it all in there in that piece, Jesse.
Yes, thank you.
So let's talk about your other piece that you have here, Jesse. That tells us a lot.
So this piece is actually a piece I started about a month ago. It's a piece that a lot of people know me by painting with crabs. I'm a big fisherman. Oh, I had did the first gallery show in Magnolia Park. It was never a gallery scene show. We just never had a place like that. And so I met Melissa Banks. She's actually a manager for a very special guy. His name is Cheech Marin.
Yes.
And she saw my art and she heard my story and she's like, I want to help you. I want to help you. I'm like, okay, fine.
I wanted to ask you, Cheech Marin. I know Cheech Marin, the celebrity comedian, came down from Los Angeles, California, and came to visit your art.
The gallery, yeah, he visited the gallery and he was impressed, and he wanted to know how long that gallery's been there. Like 2 weeks ago, we did all this. He go, who did? Like we did, me and my team. The thing was, the community loved it so much because we don't have something like that. And that's what we need. That's what we need. So that's what we've been working on. And
right.
we had
you turned that YWCA into an art gallery that was looking fabulous.
Yeah. Yes. From the outside, it's all dark and gray, but when you open them doors,
yes,
it was bright, colorful. I mean,
beautiful.
As soon as you walk into that place, everybody told me like, this place is in Magnolia Park. Like, yes, it is.
Right there in the heart of it. That's right. Jesse, I know you're such an inspirational, creative artist, and you've got so many things going for you. What do you plan on doing to preserving this Chicano Latino culture and heritage for the future and for our kids?
Yes. So what I've done over the past 8 years, me being an artist, me being an advocate for the community, a historian, a lot of people saw what I was doing and they were proud of what I was doing. So I had a lot of families show me their treasures of pictures of Pancho Villa that's no one ever been seen or published. Lunch boxes from like the 1940s that the men used to own to the gas stations back in the day.
Yes, I remember those.
All this stuff, so before the Latinos were there, it was another immigrant community. Yeah, it was a community. It was a mixed community of Germans and Russians and Greek, Italians. That's where they settled first, and then we got there and we took over it. But just all the history that's in those houses, those treasures, and no one.
Yeah.
They're still up in the attic, so y'all go to the attic and look for them.
Well, I think all of this should be in that Latino Research Center, Archive Center that we're building right there on Harrisburg, that hopefully will come to fruition in a few years, and you can put some of your creative art into it. The other thing, I couldn't not ask this question, Jesse. Tell me, what have been the challenges for you in promoting the Chicano art that you have created here for the community? Certainly there have been.
Let me think real quick. The challenges would have been is funding.
Yeah.
If you could put me in a warehouse for 5 months, you wouldn't even believe what kind of art I could come up with.
Yeah.
So all this is being created with. I still have bills to pay. I still have a family support. Right. We take care of our parents, me and my brothers and sisters, and then all the other stuff that comes up in the community that people want me to help them with. Other organizations and nonprofits and schools and churches and American Legions. And they all come to me and like, wait a minute, I'm not the councilman, I'm not the mayor. Yeah, but you make it happen. I'm like, I know.
The mayor of Magnolia, right?
Yeah.
That's right.
That's right. And I'm like, well, so, I just do what I do with what I can, and that's what I'm hoping, people just see that. Yeah, it takes a lot of time and financial money to make this happen. I mean,
that's right.
We work for free. She works for free. Yeah. We all work for free.
We all do.
And it's like we do it to bring it to y'all.
Right.
And
for the good of the community.
Yes,
that's what we do it for.
And I don't need y'all's money. I don't need y'all's. We have love. We have people that love us, people that hate us, people. But when you do that, that means y'all have made it, and we've made it. But a little support, a little thank you, something will,
Yes.
Just something like that.
Well, I wish you much success on your journey, Jesse, also known as Magnolia Grown. You can find his Magnolia Park's Art Community Center, right there in the heart of the East End in Magnolia Park. Tell them where it's at.
Yeah, it's at an old my wife's old family house, her great grandfather, 7515 Avenue J, right across the swimming pool. There's a lot of swimming pool. Please come. We'll give y'all some dates where you can come. We'll have an open house and come and see.
Yeah.
See what all the hoopla is about.
That's right, and donations would be accepted, of course.
Of course,
Absolutely. Jesse, thank you very much for this interview. I wish you the best of luck in the future, and I know that this is a much needed art gallery up in the East End. I think that we need to go for it and get it down there.
That's right. Go for it. You said it.
Y dale.
Dale shine.
Dale shine. Dale shine. And that's a wrap here at the Houston Latino Film Festival. Hasta luego, Houston.